What's up, guys? Yeah, I know I missed a week. This is Every Inch Counts podcast. I'm your host, Josh Bogs Life Boger, and of course, I'm with the one and only Faith Zimmerman, my girlfriend.
Hi, what's up?
Yo, so I decided to take a week off. As much as I am all about the grind and moving forward and inching all the time, it comes to the terms of sometimes where I'm starting to put out content that like I'm not proud of, or like I'm just kind of like going with the motions, going with the flow of things, and not like really diving deep.
Well,
And
I mean, I feel like you also need a mental health week.
that too. I've been grinding, so we took a week off last week, and we might take next week off as well, depending on if there is time to do it next week. We got a busy weekend next weekend, so it all depends on the situation and what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm good.
We had to take a drive today.
I'm tired.
Yeah, we had to take like a. How long do you think we're gone for? We're gone. What did we leave? Like 9:30.
Oh, we left at like 9:15.
9:15 and got back at what, like 3?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. So we had a full school day outside of the house. But we did some exciting things. We ended up going to an outlet mall. That was fun. That was really fun for me because I needed new clothes, as always. I wanted sweatpants. It's that time of the year.
He needs different clothes than what he bought, but we'll cross that bridge when we cross it.
Yeah, we will. And we'll talk about it a little bit in this episode, too.
Okay.
But I wanted to get everyone together here, as in me and Faith and everyone that's watching. This week's Halloween. So why not do a little Halloween special? Of course, we're not dressed up.
When this episode comes out, Halloween is tomorrow.
The next day?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Halloween's Thursday.
We wanted to dress up for the pod, but that ended up not happening.
We could have went somewhere today. I didn't know that you wanted to do that.
I wanted to, but then I'm like, I don't want to spend the money because of what we're doing. So I decided, you know what, let's just do a Halloween special. No,
I could have done our makeup creepy.
You're gonna put makeup on me?
It's stage makeup. Like I have like actual like fake skin and fake blood and stuff upstairs. I have a whole Halloween kit.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I have like some prosthetic stuffs upstairs too.
You could have put an ear on my cheek.
Yeah, like I have stuff from when I was in school, and I have stuff I bought myself.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. But we wanted to talk about Halloween a little bit of fun memories we've had in Halloweens. What were some like funny or like cool costumes we were when we were younger?
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Josh is gonna have a lot more stories than I do because I don't do anything for Halloween.
Yeah, she hasn't.
I love Halloween and I love haunted houses, but I don't do anything on actual Halloween day.
Like even when you were a kid, you wouldn't go out and trick or treat?
I mean, yeah, but when you asked me what I was and we were gonna talk about it on the podcast, I think I remember maybe 3 costumes. I don't remember anything else I was.
That's it?
I really don't remember anything else I was.
I have a plethora.
There's pictures probably on my mom's Facebook if I look of me in Halloween costumes, but I don't remember what I was.
Oh. Yeah, there's some significant ones and there's some stories behind it. So the first one I'll talk about, I was Justin Bieber one year.
Because you're JB.
Yeah, but I was Justin Bieber. I had the hair, had the skinny jeans, shoes. I was to the 9.
What age were you?
I think I was like 12 or 13.
What, you don't have any earlier memories of what you were?
I do, but this one, I'll start it off with this one.
Okay. You were trick-or-treating at 12?
Yeah, I was trick-or-treating until like I was a sophomore in high school.
I stopped trick-or-treating when I was in, I think 6th grade was my last year, 5th or 6th grade.
Wow. But yeah, I got made fun of a lot. So like halfway, I switched my costume from like Justin Bieber. So I just started telling people, yeah, my costume's swag. I was during that time where swag, that
was a real big thing.
Yeah, and so I was like, all right, if the Justin Bieber ain't getting over, I guess I'll be swag. So I was swag for half the day. in the same
Oh,
costume.
at school or trick or treating?
I think trick or treating. I
didn't
think,
wear a costume to school.
no, because I was in middle school. Middle school, you didn't dress up.
No, because no one else was trick or treating.
Oh, everyone was trick or treating in middle school in my town.
See, I feel like kids in my town weren't, but also middle school was such a weird age for me that like middle school is such a blur and I don't remember it.
Really?
It was an awful 2 years for me because I was in there for 7th and 8th grade.
Wow.
Awful 2 years for me.
Yeah, mine. I remember it so vividly because like during Halloween time, all the kids would go to the. I don't want to say what it is, but there was a higher end community in my town, and we would all get dropped off there, and then we'll just start walking around this neighborhood. I mean, it's not a big neighborhood, but the stuff you got out of it was huge. Like they're giving away, like there was a guy who always gave away a Coke can. Like you would have a can of pop every year. That we would always have to hit that house, especially if we were hustling, because we used to hustle. Like we used to go crazy. We have something to drink.
We only trick or treated. Well, not around here because I didn't live here my whole life, but my old house that we've passed by that I've showed you.
Yeah,
I've trick or treated around there, and by one of my ex-friend's house that's across the street from the bowling alley.
Okay.
On the other side of that street, over there, but that was it.
Okay. Yeah. I still can't believe you don't remember any of it. Like you don't remember like when you were little, like in pictures and stuff of what you were.
I remember I was a cheerleader one year.
Typical.
But the only reason I was a cheerleader is because I was on a cheerleading team when I was younger, and I decided I did not want to cheer and played at the park instead. My mom already bought the cheerleading outfit, so that's what I was for Halloween.
Do you know what's funny? Me and my sister did the same thing. Me and Jesse did the same thing. We wore. This is when I played flag football. Mm-hmm. I wore my football uniform, and Jesse wore a cheerleader uniform.
But the only reason I was a cheerleader that year is because it was already bought, and I didn't cheer because I decided after that day I did not want to cheer anymore. Yeah. And I didn't even cheer that day. I literally played at the park right next door. I ran away from practice and played at the park.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess I hated cheerleading. I just wasn't good at it, I guess. But I was a cheerleader. My old house where I lived, there was 3 neighbors that we loved. So it was like my house here, a neighbor here, and a neighbor across street from my house. The neighbors right next to us would always make me and my brother special baggies of just like candy, pop, chips, just for us, for when we went to their house and trick-or-treated. People across the street did too, but their kid was a year younger than me, so like we would meet up with them at the end of trick-or-treating. I remember as a cheerleader, I know I was a pea in a pod because that's me and Michael both have pictures of us in that costume.
Oh, you were both peas?
Yeah, me and my brother. And then I was a witch one year. I was a witch the year my brother was still young enough to be in a stroller because he was R2-D2. So my mom could put it over the stroller and he wouldn't get cold. What else? I had one more in my brain. I can't remember what it was. Oh no.
You're lying.
No, I really don't know. I was going to say I was a nerd, but I don't think I was. I know my sister Kat was a nerd one year, but I don't think I was a nerd with her. I really don't remember what my costumes were. I remember what my costumes were later in life when I would do like Halloween parties. But again, the Halloween parties I've been to are 2. The rest of the time on Halloween, I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I hung out with friends and we had like bonfires. That was it. Like, I don't remember my costumes. I would have to like search for them.
When I was younger, you guys know Alex. He has been on the podcast. If you guys haven't seen that episode, go check that out. That's actually a really cool episode. Me and him have known each other for literally since we were in diapers. But, you know, when we were younger, we would coordinate our costumes. So like one year I was Woody, he was Buzz. I think that's the only one I remember. Mm-hmm. I think we were Power Rangers together or something. But we used to, so when we went out for trick-or-treating, this is the time where I was still super young, and we would go to my grandma's neighborhood, and it would be 2 groups, and it would be the older kids and then the younger kids. So the split was me, the older kids, and my sister and cousin with all the younger kids. Everyone that we went with was all the people that I mentioned in that episode, the girls, his cousins, me and Alex. Like, we had about like 8 kids, and it was just one group, and like one little friend group. We just went everywhere. And then the little kids, they were so little at that point. My sister, my cousin, and then all my other younger cousins, they could walk 1 block. And usually with little kids, especially back then, they throw handfuls for little kids. Come back, they have more candy than me. And so they barely even had to do anything.
I do remember after trick-or-treating, me and my brother Michael would sit in our playroom in our old house and lay out all of our candy, and we would trade. So, like, I'll give you, like, 2 Kit Kats for that Reese's, and we would trade our candy. And then when we would set candy aside neither of us liked, and Mom and Dad would come and trade the candy for, like, dollar bills. Or, like, 50 cents.
Oh, come
25
on.
cents. Yeah.
See, me and my sister, we would always trade. But all the stuff that we didn't like, my dad did. So, like, he loves Almond Joys. Like, he'll go eat all the Almond Joys in the house. Anything at that time, I hated caramel when I was a kid. Any caramel candies, sent them his way. I'm trying to, like, I only liked, like, I wasn't a chocolate guy when I was little.
See,
so, like, I liked all the gummy shit, and oh yeah, I fucking loved it.
I liked, like, everything pretty much. Like, me and Michael had the same taste, but we had our favorites. So we would trade our not so favorites for our favorites, type of thing. My sister Kat is a whole story in itself, and I'm not gonna say her story, but
I have to get her on the podcast when she's
if she wants to. But when she didn't start trick-or-treating with us until she was older and I was older. So I think I did trick-or-treat when I was older, maybe once or twice with Kat, because she never trick-or-treated before that, like, ever in her life. So all 3 of us would trade at that point. But Kat liked the weird stuff too. So Kat would take the weird stuff my parents normally would eat. So they had, like, nothing at the end of it.
They were like, damn.
Yeah. So, but I know what I was later in life. But from the ages, this is still later in life. From the ages, like, 18 till I was 20, I worked in a haunted house every year. So I guess those were my costumes that year.
Looking scary as hell.
Yeah, but other than that, I don't really have anything. Unless you just want me to tell you my later life costumes, because I don't remember anything.
I'll tell you something. We should talk about the Halloween party that we threw last year.
But I can tell you the costumes I wore at past.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Was that not the whole point of this segment?
I for some reason, when you said that, it clicked. So that's why I said something. My bad. Go on. It clicked.
In 2018, I wore 2 different costumes. I had my own Halloween party that year, with an ex and an ex-friend. I was a vampire with my ex-friend. We were both vampires. My costume was awful. I look awful in the pictures.
I'll have to see this.
Yeah, they're absolutely awful. And then at the haunted house that year, I was supposed to be like a bloody mannequin because I was in the mannequin room.
You were a mannequin?
Yeah, I was in the mannequin room in that haunted house that year. So I literally had, like, blood coming out of my eyes and my mouth, and I was in full black, and I had my hair, like, slicked back in a bun so I could, like, stand still. Yeah, that was a fun year. It was my first year at a haunted house. It was a really fun year. 2019, I don't think we had a party that year. No. 2019, yeah, we did. No. When was Kevin's? party. No. Okay. 2019 at the haunted house, I was a doll. I was a really creepy doll.
You were Annabelle?
I mean, I'm taller than Annabelle.
I don't know.
So there was a doll room. I was behind a false door with one of the other people I did the haunted house with, and we would like pull this latch and the door would drop down and we would be there and we could like reach outside of it. So that was a really fun one. And then and Zoe actually was under another false door right next to us. So when they thought that was it, Zoe dropped down her door too. It was really fun. You guys know Zoe. 2020 COVID year. We still did do the haunted house. It was up in the air if we were going to. No, actually 2020 we didn't. They didn't do a haunted house. In 2021 we did. But in 2020, because October was later in the year, so we had a small little get together of my friend group at Kevin's house.
Okay.
And we had a bonfire. So it was like a mixture of a Halloween party / going away party for his brother, even though we already had a going away party for his brother, but it was like all combined together because it was just our friends. I originally was supposed to be someone from Hogwarts, and I got in a fight with someone and I cried. And I decided, you know what? I'm going in my sweatshirt and sweatpants and I don't give a shit. And I got there in my sweatshirt and sweatpants and I drunk my ass off. I'm so drunk in all the videos I have myself that night. So I was supposed to be Harry Potter. But the year after that, I was back in the haunted house. So in 2021, I was back in the haunted house and I was a very, very creepy clown. I had my hair. I literally looked like Harley Quinn. I had my blonde hair at that time. My makeup is so like pretty and scary at the same time, and I had my hair in these pigtails. Literally I would jump out at people and they'd be like, you look like Harley Quinn. And I was like, yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah, when I kill you.
That was a fun year because they had a roof to the haunted house, obviously, but they had like they had a second roof that Kevin laid on top of, and he was hanging over the beams because he had a mask on, so they couldn't tell if he was real or not, and then he'd jump out at him. That was a fun time. And then I actually did do it in 22. I forgot they did it again. I was also a clown in that year. I was in the clown room again. But I had brunette hair at that point, so I just dressed up as a clown. Did my makeup as a clown. And then the only other time I dressed up for Halloween was our year.
The party?
Yeah, last year.
We had the best costume.
I don't know.
I don't know either. My hair, I definitely didn't have the hair for it. My hair was long as shit. We were Hermione and Draco.
Yes, because I'm a big Hermione fan.
And I'm like, okay, I'll be Draco. I got semi-blonde hair, and I'm like, it's long.
It was long and slicked back like Philosopher's Stone Draco, but you're at the age...
Philosopher's Stone?
Yeah. Oh, Philosopher's Stone's the UK version. Sorcerer's Stone is the American version.
Oh.
But that you had the slick back hair of like young Draco. But he loved his long hair at that point, and I didn't want to make him cut it for Deathly Hallows Draco, so I just let you have it.
And we braided it.
Yeah, the braids fell out, which I tied them loose.
You did that on purpose because you didn't want them in all night because you know I look good.
I thought Austin and Ashley's was good.
Oh,
they were pirates. Kevin and Caitlin were Mario and Luigi.
Yeah, that was cool.
Zoe was Mother Nature,
which made a mess in my house.
And then Becca was Mortal Kombat. What's that character?
I was surprised she wasn't freezing in my house with it.
Okay, but what character is that? I can't remember what character she was. Katana?
Yeah.
Okay, so Becca was Katana.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I think that's
Who else was there?
Either Katana or Sub-Zero, but she was a girl, so I don't know.
Dylan came, but he didn't dress up, did he?
No, he was a bowler.
Billy was...
He was a cowboy.
Yes. Who else came? Was that it, right? No, Avery and Katie were Renaissance Fair people.
I think that's it.
I think that is it. I think that's all the people we had.
Yeah.
It was a fun night, though.
It was.
Charlotte and Ryan were Scooby and Velma.
Shaggy and
Velma. And then Jess.
My sister was a fairy.
No. She was Feyre from ACOTAR.
Oh, I didn't know she was an actual thing.
Yes.
Oh.
But that was it, right? Now we're not forgetting anyone.
No, we're not. Oh, we got
because Sam
everyone.
and Sarah didn't end up coming.
No, all
And
my
that was
friends ended up not coming.
Yeah. I think that was it. Because Kylie didn't come. No.
Yeah,
that
no,
was
that's it.
Yep.
But
Okay.
dude, I'll tell you something. I had a blast. That was really fun. Like that. I'm really happy that party went well. I had a great fucking time. I had a great time.
It was a lot of fun. We ordered a lot of pizza. Way too much pizza. And
Well,
I told you it was way too much pizza.
I ordered it before everyone bailed. That's what I got screwed with. I literally ordered the pizzas, and then 5 minutes later, I get a text from 3 people that is technically 6 people saying, I'm not going.
Well, some people took pizza home.
Yeah, some people took wings home.
Yeah, and we ate pizza over the next couple days.
I host some good parties. I'll tell you something. When I want to have some
helped you
good,
plan it.
I know, but I'm saying, like, when I'm like, food will always be there. Drinks are on you. Other stuff is on you.
We got I made pumpkin chocolate chip muffins as a dessert.
Fire.
I think Zoe brought pop, didn't she?
She brought the she brought the karaoke or that.
She brought the speaker with the karaoke machine.
I was on that thing for a while. That was fun.
Yeah, everyone brought their own drinks. Halfway through the night, the boys left again and go get more drinks. I don't remember why, because we had so much left over.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe someone wanted something specific.
I don't know. They came back with Cardi B's whipped cream that has alcohol in it, because I have a video of Becca spraying it in my mouth.
Oh.
You guys know Becca.
Yeah, you guys. Everyone at that party except for
majority of them.
3 people.
3 of them were on the podcast. The rest weren't. Or 1, 2, 4 people were on it. The rest of them weren't. Kevin and Caitlin haven't been on it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Avery and Katie haven't been on it.
Well, Kevin's been on it, but not in a solo episode.
Ashley hasn't been on it.
No.
And
my buddy Dylan hasn't been on.
And Billy and
Billy. Yeah, I guess
Charlotte.
Yeah,
and
I guess
Ryan
no one has
Jess.
been on the podcast out of that group of people.
Austin, Zoe, Becca, Victoria. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all of them. But we don't really have anything really planned this year. It kind of stinks, but at the same time, we're super busy. We've been busy for a while.
We were supposed to. There's been a lot of up in the air. This weekend was up in the air. Next weekend is not up in the air, but we have a lot to do. The weekend after that is up in the air, and the weekend after that is up in the air. So I don't think we're doing anything this year.
No.
We also have not been to a haunted house yet this year, because every weekend has been
we've been jammed.
Something has been happening, which I'm very sad about. But honestly and truly, I can't wait till February, so it doesn't matter to me.
You want to tell them what we're doing in February?
We're going on a cruise.
Yeah, we booked our first vacation.
So I think I've talked about this before. I've been on cruises since I've been about like 4 or 5. My family loves vacations and family vacations. So my parents have been traveling with me and my siblings since we were old enough to go. I have been telling Josh since we started dating last year, I want to take him on a cruise because he's never been out of the country. And I feel like if we go on a country on a cruise, he can experience multiple different places before we actually go somewhere solely for like a week.
Yeah.
And we're doing it by ourselves because there was some up in the air stuff about going with my family, which we might still do later in the year or the year after. But just wait. Just shush. But we all decided that it would just be easiest for me and him to go alone. Especially being overwhelmed for your first cruise and not having to be around a bunch of people.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I don't think we're going to have that dough by a year to go on another one.
I will.
I mean, I probably will too, but I ain't worried about that right now.
I know you're not right now.
But yeah, we're finally going.
I don't know why you're worrying about it.
I'm not.
Then why did you say it?
because you gotta slow your roll.
Baby, you're supposed to plan cruises a year in advance. We planned one 4 months away.
And
I'm just saying it's normal for right now to talk about one in like October of next year because it's October now.
oh, really?
Yes. It's much more common to do it a year in advance.
Oh, we're going on a boat. Hopefully, it don't sink.
It's not going to sink.
No, it's not going to. I'm excited. I've never been out of the country, so I'm excited just to explore, see other places. There's some cool excursions that are available for us to do. I'm actually really, really excited about a couple of them, and I'm excited to go to a casino on water.
It's 7 nights with Royal Caribbean. I've always done Royal Caribbean. I've never done anything else. We'll go to... Do you want me to say where we're going? Or do you not want to say where we're going?
No, because I might record it.
Okay. I was hoping you would.
I could record a little bit.
Yeah, just like a little vlog. So that week in February, unless Josh decides to pre-record, you'll also not have a podcast.
Yeah. So it all depends. This week it's been so crazy. I've been trying to get some guests on. This week, I'll be honest with you, I didn't even try to get anyone on.
Well, next week won't happen either.
Yeah, next week probably won't happen. But it just kind of stinks for me right now. I'm grinding. I'm doing 2 podcasts now, or I've been doing 2 podcasts now, and it's hard to find time because usually I would record Friday nights, and it's honestly a lot easier to get people on a Friday night than a Saturday night. But ever since I started bowling on Fridays, and I'm not making up excuses. I know I'm not getting guests on, but Friday night bowling started up like a couple months ago, and ever since then, I kind of just been kind of locked in.
Mm-hmm.
I've been bowling really good there. So
you know who you could ask if they want to be on the podcast? Bubba.
Yeah.
He probably would say yes.
Yeah, he probably would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just popped in my brain.
Yeah.
I was scrolling through the people in my brain who would want to be on the podcast.
Yeah, we'll probably have to get him on.
He probably would. I know he's out of town right now, but
he probably would too. And I could probably get him on. It'd be a fun one.
Yeah, he's Kylie's cousin. You all know Kylie.
Yeah, you guys know Kylie. I actually mentioned her on the Dan's Golf World podcast.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because we were talking about, I don't know what we were talking about. It ended up turning into like talking about breaking up and people being so butthurt about it, and people always wanted to be negative towards the other person. So I gave the example that she gave, or she said on the pod. It was so funny. He goes, "Oh, we name dropping?" I go, No. She's been on my show. We're all good.
See, I understand that factor, but I don't think I've ever had a good breakup for me to still be friends with them.
Yeah, have I.
But also, one of them is not my fault.
Yeah, that is true.
The rest of them, it's their fault we broke up, but I don't want to speak to them again. And they know it.
That is funny. That is pretty funny. Oh, man.
But yeah, so as I was talking about earlier about Josh not buying the clothes he needs to buy.
Oh, yeah.
Josh has like no summer clothes. He has basketball shorts and graphic tees. And not that that's not okay to wear on a cruise ship, because it is. But I want him to dress nice for dinner. And I'm not saying he has to wear like full blown like whatever, but like nice shirts if you want to wear nice shorts, or some nice like khaki pants. Like, I just want to look nice for pictures because I'm going to wear dresses and I don't want to look overdressed compared to you.
That is true. I would be, if I really wanted to, I go out there in what I'm dressed in now.
I know, and I would not like that.
I know. Just sweats on sweats.
He also needs swimsuits because he doesn't have any.
There's somewhere. I just gotta find them.
He has one.
And? What's wrong with having one?
You don't know where that
swimsuit?
one is half the time.
So
you need at least 2 for the cruise.
Well, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited for the casino, though. I'm really excited for the casino. I love gambling. I love going to the casino. I've been watching Baccarat I've been wanting. I haven't actually sat down and played baccarat, but I would love to get involved into the game.
We're not
and play it.
sitting in the casino all 7 days though.
Oh, I know.
Because I will fight you.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
I like pop in there.
Oh, just a little pop.
A little pop, little sizzle, little crack, little pop.
Because there'll be like movies on the deck, and they might, because sometimes they'll play new movies that are out.
Oh, like theater movies?
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Like when we went on a cruise in 22, me, Zoe, and Michael watched part of Mobius.
The vampire movie that sucked.
Yeah, that's why we only watched part of it, because we're not watching this anymore. But they do have stuff like that. And they have karaoke, because you love karaoke. And they'll have like parties on the pool deck and like clubs that are open late for certain things. And they'll have Royal Caribbean calls it the Quest. I don't know what every other cruise line calls it, but it's men versus women. It's the one I was telling you about, where we'll go and watch it, and the audience participates by like throwing your purse, throwing your shirt, throwing your like bra or whatever, and the guys put everything on and do like a little strut around to like
we have access to that.
Yeah, it's free.
Oh, I am not participating, but I'll watch.
You don't have to participate. We can just go. We literally just go to watch.
Oh, okay.
But it's a fun time. There's always things going on, but the casino can always be a backup. But there's like newlywed shows and like like people on the ship that like have been married and just got married and it's their honeymoon. They have a game show. They'll just like, people will submit and they'll call people from the audience.
Now, how do you think we would do on a show like that?
Well, we're not married, so pretty bad.
Just saying. I don't know. I think we do better than you'd think.
I know, but we still are not. We're not married
yet.
I know, but we won't be married by February.
That is true.
So
that is true.
But I think we would do good.
I think we would whoop ass.
Mm-hmm. They do plays and musicals too. For me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm excited for one of the excursions, and hopefully it's still available by the time we get it, because we're looking at them right now. We're trying to figure out which ones to do. There's a luchador one out in Cozumel in Mexico, and you guys know me. I love pro wrestling. I love dirty pop culture stuff, and wrestling's one of them. And to see real lucha libre, not like American made lucha libre, like straight up from Mexico, that'd be cool.
Well, and it's a meet and greet with the wrestlers and lunch.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool.
I'm excited about it.
I'm very excited for it. I haven't been on vacation in 2 years.
Since we started dating?
Since 22.
When did we start dating? 23?
We'll be dating 2 years in March.
Oh.
We're going before our anniversary.
Yeah, that's right. It'd be like a little anniversary present.
We couldn't do anything in March because there's too many birthdays.
Yeah.
We literally, when we were looking for cruises, we're like, we can't do March. We can't do April. We can't do May. We can't do June.
Can't do September.
So we just decided February was a good deal one. So
yeah, and it turns out like everyone's going on vacations now. Like her family's all going somewhere, not at the same time, but like they're going on a vacation. My family's going on their own vacation, and we have our own. So it's almost it's all
in different months.
I'll tell you something. What's cool though too? It's almost like we're finally building that bridge. You know what I mean? Where me and you are walking along this bridge, and at the end of it, it's like our life.
Yeah. I feel like that's what we do now.
Basically, yeah. You want to talk about after we're done talking about this, let's go into what we also watched this week, Big Ender. But we could talk about it in a little bit if we're still talking about the cruise.
No, that's fine. We can talk about Love is Blind.
Yeah, Love is Blind. Last episode came out. There's only 3 couples left. But I'll tell you something. Have you ever been on a train, Nicky D? Do you want to buy a train ticket, Nicky D?
So our predictions were pretty correct.
They were.
If I remember correctly. I saw a TikTok. So you haven't watched it. Spoilers ahead, please. I saw a TikTok of Marissa's, I think yesterday or 2 days ago. I think yesterday when you were driving home, or when I don't know, when you were in the shower or something. I watched it. And it was her saying that she's getting a lot of bash about her crying over Ramses and asking him if he meant it because everyone thought she was begging him to stay. And she was talking about how like if you were in love with someone the way I was with the intention of marrying them, would you not ask to make sure? Because he was not telling me for sure what was happening.
He was also a lunatic.
Well, I know, but you have to think of it like that way. Also, I saw another background of after she left the apartment and her mom and her sister came over and was helping take care of her.
And she was like
really
singing.
Sweet. Yeah, it was really sweet.
Yeah, I saw that clip.
But I'm so sorry, Marissa, that I guess you guys broke up, but I'm happy for you because I feel like you deserve way better, way better than Ramses.
Oh, yeah.
Way better. You deserve someone that is not, one, scared of you not being on birth control and will gladly wear a condom. Two, is not offended by your mood swings. 3, respects you enough that if your mother says that I think you should get a prenup, at least say, okay, me and Marissa can have that conversation. You make more money than probably majority of men that you are going to meet. Like, know your worth.
That is true. That is very true.
Like, sorry, that irritated me to the core because like I was raised no matter what, if they don't respect how much you make and they don't respect you as a person and what you believe in, kick them to the curb.
I don't like the fact that he bashed the shit out of what she did for a few years, and that's being in the Navy.
Well, I saw someone saying something on a TikTok like, someone saying on a TikTok like, I don't understand. Like, if she said she wasn't going to be going back, then why did she ask if he was going to be okay if she did go back? It's the principle of respecting her choice.
Yeah.
It's the principle of respecting that you're saying you hated what she did in the past, so you hate her as a person, is what he basically was saying.
Yeah, that's so shitty. That's
it's annoying.
So shitty. And then I'll tell you something. Nikki D is thriving right now.
And it's not that I think
he's got a house.
Well, yes. And it's not that I think Nikki D was a absolutely complete saint altogether. Because he had but the issues that he had were so minor that literally just needed a civil conversation. Yeah. Hannah, girl, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. Tell me if you need me to re-edit this so you can cut it out if you need to. Okay? You're mentally abusive. You are absolutely the worst person for a man to exist. Like, you literally went at Nick mentally, broke him down. You did not turn that boy into the man. It was 9 days at that point. She is not your best friend. You met her, 30 days prior to that?
Not even. What
is your problem? What is actually your problem? And you can tell from the show your mother was embarrassed of you. That is it.
Oh, wow. I'll give it to you. That was a good one. That was a good take.
Sorry. I do not. If we're going to bash Shake for what he did, we're bashing Hannah.
And I'll tell you something. When Shake was in the House of Villains show, he wasn't bad.
He was bad towards the end.
That's because he was starting to become a villain. The other villains were influencing him to become a villain.
Who was the one last season that I was like, oh, she reminds me of him? God, what was his name? No, I can't remember.
From last season?
Maybe not. I don't know. My thing is that who was that guy that she said talked a lot of in the reunion, said that he was talking crap about her eating?
That was 3 or 4 seasons ago.
Okay, that guy. Everyone went at him when she was on social media talking about it before the reunion.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone went at that man. Literally ripping out his throat, coming at him.
Because that's the one when they're at the altar and she went off on him and her friends were like, yeah, girl.
Yes.
And when she was in the wrong the whole time?
Yes. But I'm saying, if everyone went at him without a blatant eye to the truth, everyone saw what happened between Hannah and Nick, and I know, and I've seen people come at her, but there should be no separation. If she was a man and she did that to Nick, who if he was a woman, he would have to delete all social media. Like, why are we not doing that to Hannah? I'm sorry, but why? If the gender roles were reversed, literally people would be sending death threats to that guy.
Yeah.
And you know it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying to send death threats to the girl, but like, you can't pick and choose when you want to say something.
Yeah, because that guy, didn't he remind you of like a Harry Jowsey? Like he was young. He was a young kid.
He was so nice though.
He was honestly really good. And then that whole controversy went down, right? Because it started, I think it could have been edited in that last episode because that's when they put it in there. Or did they put it in the reunion?
They put it in the reunion.
It was at the end of the reunion where they shot the clip and they put it in there of that situation that happened with the strawberries or something.
The oranges.
And what didn't he say something like, are you gonna eat those or something? Like not even like in a bad way.
No, he said it in the night. He literally said it as he was like cleaning something, I think.
Yeah. Which is so BS.
Like I just can't like.
And then the drama that's going on with the guy with the kids.
Ashley and
What the hell's his name?
I don't know.
I'm blanking.
It's not Tim because that was
the other guy.
Yeah, Ashley and
Yeah, look it up.
Okay.
So,
but love Taylor and Garrett. You people are my favorite people on the planet. Like
he's thriving
10 out of
right
10,
now.
recommend.
You see his Instagram? He's thriving.
I told Josh, I was like, so I found Garrett's Instagram. There's no way this man dresses like that and has hair like that if it's not the wife effect. Taylor has an excellent taste, excellent style. She made that. She like literally blossomed it out of him. And I love that for him.
Okay. But anyways, this situation is getting out of hand here because
Tyler, his name's Tyler.
Prior to the last episodes that came out, a clip was arose in the TikToks of Tyler playing with these kids.
Well, I didn't see that. I saw the clip of Tyler's ex who has the kids talk about it.
And he's kind of like just throwing them away. But we don't know what happened between those two.
It still doesn't regard the fact that
they were in their life.
No, it doesn't regard the fact that he told Ashley it was a sperm donation, which only one of the kid was, and the twins are not.
Which is nuts. I knew it too. I called it.
Like, I really hope the Lachey's actually ask about it and talk about it.
They will.
Sometimes they don't talk about what I actually want them to talk about.
They did last season.
No, they didn't. Remember, me and you were so mad they weren't talking about that guy and girl as much as they should have. The one that left and went with the other girl that he was with the pods, but not the one he asked to marry. The one in the Hawaiian shirt.
And they ended up getting married?
Yeah. No, they didn't get married.
Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't.
Are you talking about the guy who, I think it was last season, where he switched up after Mexico? And then you could see that he's definitely happy because he gained weight and he's got a nice beard and long hair.
That was 2 seasons ago.
Oh. There's too many damn seasons.
Last season, the one I'm talking about in the Hawaiian shirt is he was still engaged with that girl and talked to that girl he was with in the pods on the pier and then broke up with that girl. And then they showed up at the reunion saying they were dating because she was dressed in like a prom dress and we were making fun of her for it. She looked like she was like going to prom. Now I gotta look it up. But they didn't ask them as many questions as I wanted them to, and they didn't.
We're talking about Kwame?
No.
That's like even before.
Yes.
Wow.
And Megan Fox and the other guy.
Oh my
didn't
God.
ask them as many questions as I wanted them to.
Are they together now?
I don't know. And I'm sorry I said Megan Fox, but I really can't remember her name, and that's the only thing I can remember from that.
That's the only thing you remember is that she said she looked like Megan Fox.
I don't want the cast. I want the cast of season 6. Thank you.
What we got here? What we got here?
I'm trying to find him.
Where's it at?
I'm trying to find. Oh, Jeremy's the one right there.
Jeremy's the one that was with Megan Fox, wasn't it?
Yeah. Sarah Ann was the one that he got with. This one. Remember, she was dressed like in a prom dress.
Yeah, and they ended up being together and then breaking up and being together and breaking up.
Yes. But he left her. Nope, not that one.
Not that guy.
What was his name? He's not on here. Who is Austin? I don't remember that guy.
He's on there somewhere.
Drake.
No.
Who is that?
There's so many people that are on. Is Andy a guy or a girl?
Who?
Amber, Andy, Jeremy.
Jeremy's the one that was with the. Oh, it is Jeremy.
I told you.
Yeah, that's the ones I'm talking about. They asked him some questions, but they didn't ask them a lot. Oh, who was he with originally again? And I understand.
I know who he was with.
Who?
He was with Laura. Yeah.
Yes, he was with Laura.
Yeah, he was with Laura. And he's just fucking.
I feel like they were very deflective with their questions, and I wanted them to be like, "Oh, really?" Because you didn't answer the question I just asked. Like,
I don't know. Do you think the breakups this past season have been the worst compared to all of them?
What do you mean?
Like, we had some brutal ones. Like, we had one guy have a sleep test, but then ended up like sexting some dude, and then we had what else? We had the one guy just straight up be like, I don't want you in my life. Get out of here. I'm leaving. Like, just out of the blue. We had one girl think she turned a guy into a man or a boy into a man in 9 days. I feel
like the breakups this season have actually worked out in the favor of the show. Because I don't know about anyone else, but I hate when couples I know are not getting married for sure, and they hate each other and they argue, and there's no way they're getting married. And I have to sit there and watch them get ready for their wedding and the buildup of them saying no when I knew they were going to say no. I don't want that. I don't want to waste 5 minutes of my life watching that.
Yeah.
Like, I would rather it be the couples I want to get married, or the couple that I know one for sure is going to say yes, but I have no idea about the other one. Like, I hate when couples make it to the end. And I know they make it to the end because it came out that they have to pay, like $50,000 if they don't go to the wedding.
I don't know if that's true.
I think they have to pay some money if they don't go to the wedding.
I don't think they pay. I think it comes out of their check.
Okay, well, either way, I understand why they did it that way and they went to say no because they didn't want to pay that money or whatever. But it sucks. And I'm so happy these couples broke up to the point where they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to go forth with that. Because even if you know you're going to say no, imagine getting dressed for your wedding, standing in that altar and saying no and not marrying that person. No matter how you feel or how you're getting around it, that has to be some type of mental, like, trauma. Like, I would be scared to get on the altar with someone else again. I heard you fart. I don't know why you're staring at me. You don't have to acknowledge it because the mics didn't pick it up.
It might have.
No, it didn't. I promise.
It was loud.
I didn't hear it in my headphones. I only heard it out here. Do you understand what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
Like, I would, if that was me, I feel like that whole experience would make me so hesitant to get on an altar with someone again.
Oh, I 100%.
That's why I'm saying, like, I feel like it works in their favor if they don't go to the altar.
Yeah, because it's like, at that point, do you tell someone you've been engaged before, or do you tell someone that, yeah, I've been engaged, but it was on a TV show for like a month?
I feel like it's a give and take.
Like, do you tell people you're engaged or you've been engaged? Because I don't think I would. If I was on that show and that didn't happen.
Yeah, because it will get out if they search your name.
No, I'm saying after.
Baby, if me and you just met, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about marriage, right? We've been dating maybe a year. Okay, we'll say. If someone recognizes me somewhere and says, I think she's been on some type of show, you search my name up, I'm coming up as Love is Blind.
Yeah.
You have to tell them. Otherwise, you're lying to them because social media is everywhere.
No, I was saying this.
What?
I would be like, if that ever came up, or it probably would have came up, when that would come up, I would be like, yeah, I was on the show, but I was technically engaged, but I don't count it as being engaged.
Okay, but you are engaged.
Yeah, but at the same time, it was a show.
You still got down on one knee and asked someone to marry them.
Okay.
You literally got down on a knee with the indication of marrying that person.
Okay, you got me.
I'm saying that if someone like Nikki D tells someone,
My boy Nikki D.
tells someone, hey, I've been on the show, that person goes and watches it, they understand the way he is with that type of thing. Like, there's a good and bad with telling people how you are on that show, because certain people, you better hope that person doesn't care how you are in that show. And certain people, they'll understand.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah,
it's a give and take. And it's a give and take when you go on a show like that.
Yeah, that is true.
It's the same with Big Brother. Like, we've watched people, like, cheat on significant others on Big Brother.
Oh, I know. Especially in the early seasons.
Yeah, and, like, the circle's different because the circle, you're not seeing people. And you're texting, and their spouse is usually giving them permission to flirt, you know?
Yeah, if they're catfishing, you have to.
But that's my thing, is, like, all reality shows come with a disregard. Like, you forget you're on camera. You forget millions of people are gonna watch it.
Yeah.
You're just acting like how you would feel in that moment and not how people are gonna perceive you as. That's why I would never want to be in a reality show and never be famous. I don't want people, like, looking at me like that.
Yeah, that is true.
Like, I will gladly be on here with you when you blow up, and I will gladly support you in every way possible. But I would never make myself something, if that makes sense.
You want to make your own podcast?
No. I would never make my own channel. Like, I'm very content in my life.
I bet I could be the main guy.
Like, you know what I mean, though? Like, I would always do what you needed done, and I would always support you. But I would never do my own side thing.
Yeah, I got you.
That was a Chandler smile.
But anyways, this has been a good episode. I think we should cut it off there. Yeah, we had to do a little quick one. You know, schedule's been all torn up the past couple weeks. Had to have a little mental break. But we're back. We're kicking. We got to get the rust off again. You know, it's been a week since I talked on camera.
Maybe next time we're on the podcast together, we'll talk about Outer Banks.
Yeah, we next time we'll probably be done with Outer Banks by the time.
We have a whole other season.
I'm saying by next week we might be good.
I have so much to do this week.
I know. We'll see. We got a busy week next week, so I will not be posting a video next week. So stay tuned. In 2 weeks, we're back in action. And I'll get someone. I'll get someone on.
Yeah, I'll like I said, I'm not saying I don't want to be on it. I will always be on it for you.
I know.
But and you guys might disagree with me, but I feel like it's less interesting when I'm on here because we talk about random crap compared to when you interview someone.
I kind of feel the same way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I love talking to you.
Well, if you guys haven't noticed, we talk to each other when we're on the podcast like we normally do. Like, we have these conversations without a camera there all the time.
Yeah.
Like, it's just how we are with each other. So
we, especially in the car today. Oh my God. In the car, we had so many different analogies.
Well, like, we just talk. We're big yappers.
Yeah.
We like to yap to each other.
Yap.
Yap, 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 yap.
Well, anyways, I'm your host, Josh Bogs Life.
You didn't tell me build this either.
Oh yeah, we did build these before I do the outro. I swear to God, every time I start my outro on this show, I get interrupted by something.
I'm sorry. You put these out here for a reason.
Yeah, we did build these. That's why you were wondering why they were on there. they make those. I think, is that all in Japanese in there, except for like the instructions? Like the box is all Japanese.
I didn't even look at the box, and it's in the trash now.
These are the build kits. I have a few of them at my house of like the starter Pokemon. I think I have a Pikachu and a Bulbasaur. Now we got these. I thought these were going to be the same scale as the other ones, but they're definitely not. They're definitely the same height. So, I mean, there'll be cool little pieces to put back here or for me to bring home or something. But
one of these podcast episodes, that back will be cleaned off. I promise.
That's going to be my my process. And then I'm so excited for us to get a place because then I could build my dream studio.
I know.
And you guys will absolutely love it. It's going to be sick, but that's going to be in the future because we always are inching forward. If you're not inching, what are you doing with your life? I'm Josh Bogs Life Boger, with my guest / co-host whenever I don't have a guest on, my beautiful girlfriend, Faith Zimmerman.
Hi.
And I'll see you in 2 weeks. All right. Peace.